our very excited moment before our coterie goes undercover in a college class. Right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I, as the storyteller, was completely prepared for. You time this to where people are still filtering in. So the class is actually still half empty.
Mhm.
There's people scrambling to do some last minute assignments, other people asking for notes. Charlotte goes and sits right at the front. Ulrika somewhere near the middle. It has it's one of those smaller classrooms, so it doesn't have the auditorium style seating.
Charlotte, like, in her seat, just like actually.
For the
like,
podcast,
dancing.
Charlotte is grinning like a murderer right now.
Elizabeth would be like, Charlotte, stop doing that. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't felt this alive in forever.
You get a text from Dogfood that says, "I'm going to seduce him."
Oh, and I'm like, abort. I just said abort, like.
And I send back, "You're getting a little bit ahead of yourself."
No.
Oh, god damn.
Do you do like special tuition or anything? Like, I heard you were really helping Sarah out a lot.
And as you say that, and as you mention her name, you suddenly, before you realize what's happening, he moves with lightning speed. His hand is around your neck, so tight that you can barely speak, and he has you pinned on sort of the door frame against the wall. And you see him bare his fangs, come in close and say, "Don't speak that name to me. Don't speak that name to me, whelp." Hello and welcome to another episode of Court of Cups. I am your storyteller, that bronze girl. I messed it up. I was going to say Jasmine, that bronze girl, Bhullar. And I messed up my own sign-in. It's been a while since we've done this. But enough about me. Let's go around and introduce our players. Take it away, Holly.
Hi, everyone. I'm Holly. I play Elizabeth. She has a skill of rudeness, apparently. And she's a vampire wine mom from the 1800s.
Tabitha.
I play Ulrika Draeger. My real life name is Tabitha. I work for Child's Play, and I'm a bruja, and I'm a hacker, and I'm good at being goth, apparently.
I should give everyone the context that we're watching ourselves on Twitch when we record this show.
Everyone's gonna be so distracted today.
Yeah, this is.
I turned it off.
This is the episode that syncs up with the very first episode of Court of Cups going on Twitch. So we're having a mini watch party. So I play Dogfood of Clan Gangrel, who puts the bark into embarking on a vampire-themed adventure with 3 friends.
The fucking pun.
Not
the pun.
I think that's the last one of these because that one took me almost the entire month to come up with.
Okay.
So please leave a comment below if you've got a suggestion of one that I can use. No one's going to know.
Don't do it.
And I'll take that as my own.
Everyone will know. And you will be forced to wear the hat of shame.
The hat of no puns.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll defang you.
No. I don't like it.
That got really dark really fast. And I'm here for it.
Well, Vampire's a dark game.
That is true. It is a dark game with dark themes. And it is in a dark situation. Our coterie finds themselves as where we last left off. They had been on the trail of what they believe is a kindred serial killer, following the tracks of a kindred who's been killed in the U District area at the behest of the local hound, Nell. They have found themselves at the UW campus, confronting a certain Professor McTavish about the goings-on. Last we left off, Dogfood had confronted this gentleman using the name of the deceased in question. This is where our coterie found out, unfortunately, that this person was a Malkavian. Dr. Charlotte Lamb suffered almost like a Malkav backlash through the web, as they like to call it, and is crumpled on the floor. And with almost superhuman speed, the professor grabbed Dogfood by the throat and pinned them to the wall. Dogfood, of course, you don't need to breathe.
Yeah.
So you hear the faint crunching and cracking of your windpipe, and you feel pinned But the only thing that makes you want to gasp for air is the small amount of human that is left inside you that feels that you need to. However, your dead lungs have long since stopped pumping oxygen.
Ew.
And as you sort of feel once again the crunching tendons of this, Malkavian's fist close ever tightly, you find yourself receding back into your own mind, almost like you're floating through your own memories. And as you do, you find yourself at the events, or rather right after the events of a Thanksgiving spent at Dr. Lamb's house. It was an emotional night for a lot of people involved, but it was also a night that helped seal your relationship with two members of your coterie. You find yourself outside your favorite veterinarian's office, confused, broken, and a little unsure of your own feelings. And so you do what any young girl would do. You decide to have a girls' night with the only two somewhat motherly figures you have in your life. And you come to the Court of Cups looking to Ulrika and Elizabeth for advice.
All right. So I'm at the Court of Cups. I'm gonna go and knock on. I'm definitely gonna try Elizabeth's door first. Go give you a knock.
Yeah, you can hear
Foley. I did that.
There's definitely a record playing in there. Like you can hear like a scratchy, like one of those like wax records. Like
I always think of like when we talk about like things that Elizabeth might have listened to back in the day. I always think about the fact that How Much Is That Doggy in the Window was a #1 hit.
She does not have that and told you that song was not around. And it was
okay.
from the 1950s.
Oh. So
I actually don't know that. I think it is.
Dogfood's all fucked up and is gonna say, Elizabeth, I wanna talk.
Okay, you can just hear like, do you hear like the record like, like she's just like, yes, come in, dear, it's fine. I was just dancing by myself.
Dogfood slinks in looking.
You look terrible.
Thank you. You look terrible too. I
think I look
your honesty.
Lovely today, but
I don't know why am I doing this? This is a terrible idea.
What's wrong with you? Sit down. Well, she'll gesture to one of her like pristine white fainting couches.
The only therapist I know is an insane cannibal. So you're up, it looks like.
Would you like a cigarette? She like points to the table next to the fainting couch, and there's just
I've never had a cigarette. I died before
How
I
old?
ever took up smoking.
These days you have to be a certain age. You're too young. She just sits down.
I'm gonna have a cigarette if I want. What if I'm gonna try it? Give me some of this.
I'm not here to tell you how to live your life.
Do you have a lighter? Is that going to cause me to freak out?
Yeah, Elizabeth can do it, but like I don't know if.
Yeah,
right,
so with smoking, that is actually something that vampires have to teach themselves to do.
Yeah.
Post-mortem. This is a skill that Elizabeth has honed. It's more of like an oral fixation, and feels comforting to her to do it. But physically, she's not like she's had to train herself on how to draw in air and breathe it out because it's not something she does naturally anymore. So
God, that's gross.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
vampires are weirdos.
Mm-mm.
So Dogfood, you will have to attempt to figure out how to.
I'm just looking at this thing.
Draw in air. And breathe it out because you have not done this for quite some time.
Elizabeth has she doesn't have a lighter, of course. She has like an actual like matchbook.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, and pulls out the matchbook. Like it's probably like from some record store or something nearby.
Dogfood, what's your humanity at?
My humanity is 6.
Okay, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Go ahead and give me a wits check with let's see. subterfuge to see if you can
And subterfuge.
fake smoking.
Okay, so it's 5 dices. How many hungry am I?
You have
This is
0
a
hunger.
flashback.
Yeah. Well, I guess you would have 1.
Okay, so I have 1 hunger.
Mhm.
That's good. Okay, so 1 hungry. Give me some of these dices.
You could attempt to take on the blush of life to make this easier for yourself if you wanted to.
I'm gonna see how I do.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound? I got 4 successes. I feel
4
like
successes.
I smoked the shit out of this.
You nail
cigarette.
it. You've seen a lot of Dogfood's watched a lot of those gumshoe movies
Mm-hmm.
with
It's
like, you know, the very heroic characters smoking very cavalierly with their feet up on the table. And
I'm
so
definitely holding it like this.
yeah,
rather than
yeah.
Like this.
So you're able to do it. You breathe in. You can't manage to get it out of your nose, but it does come out of your mouth. Like that.
Well, that's close. They could use a bit of refining if you want it to look natural.
So now I'm going to try it again. We're going to go. And then Dogfood goes, women.
Are you having women problems?
Can't live with them, you know.
Or did you just hear
Can't
this somewhere?
Bring them into eternal night.
I mean, I understand these problems, but I don't know if I can give you any advice.
So a friend of mine has someone that they had a crush on.
Mm.
A young lady.
A friend. Is this friend you? This is how this works, correct?
No, this is a friend of mine.
Oh, all right.
I would have said if it was
Mhm.
me.
Mm.
A friend of mine
Mhm.
has maybe in a very grown-up way, like the grown-up equivalent, the vampire equivalent of a crush, I
Mhm.
guess.
I'm gonna
And
light my cigarette, which is my pencil.
just
As you're
found-
lighting it, you notice Ulrika standing in the doorway holding a letter. She was going to come in and tell you that your liquor license needed to be renewed,
Uh-oh.
but she's heard at least some of this.
Right. Oh, Ulrika, we're having a nice little conversation here about Dogfood's crush. Sit down.
No, it's not.
No tact.
It's not actually me. It was a friend of mine.
Dogfood has a
But-
crush on someone.
Oh no, I don't. What's in the letter?
Oh, I just have to like whammy that liquor license person again.
Oh, you can handle that. That's fine. Would you
Yeah.
like a cigarette? You know how to smoke, don't you? We're all of the night. It makes us look sophisticated.
You have any clove cigarettes?
I do not.
Oh. I'll take one.
Now I heard from one of the cafe customers that smoking is bad for you and we shouldn't do it inside. But I tried to inform them that it's not bad for us in particular. But then I believe that just weirded them out. So
Yeah, it's got to be fine, right? Like this probably isn't going to thing that takes me away. I've got fortitude.
I think you're safe. So, crush.
No, I was talking about a friend of mine who I
That's-
was getting.
So you're having a
advice
crush on
to
someone?
Plan. I was.
yes, a friend of Dogfood's has a crush. A friend. And I like wink.
Anyway, a friend of mine has a crush on a woman, and
Okay.
found out that woman has a boyfriend now, which was because my friend is a woman. That was bad news on sort of 2 different fronts.
Oh,
bad
because
news.
is your friend who has the crush a girl then?
Yeah.
Oh, so that is a problem.
So this was sort of a bit of a narrowing of the field in a way that wasn't ideal.
Well, I mean, you don't know their whole story, do you?
Well, no, but I like to hope that I had a certain level of competition, that they had a certain level of competition.
Okay, so I tricked you into admitting it was you.
And in fact,
And-
I just
Well, Dogfood.
sympathized so strongly with my friend that I
Mhm.
slipped into first person.
right.
I mean, as they say, there's There's plenty of fish in the sea, go out there, make yourself available. You're young for forever.
I mean, Dogfood looks a little bit depressed when you say that.
Elizabeth is not the person to talk to about this.
Well, there is a way to maybe. Well, no, that would be too cruel.
What? No, I don't want to hear it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah,
I do want to hear it.
We keep our options open here.
We have powers, or we know people with powers. Maybe something could happen to her boyfriend.
Oh, that is dark. You're so mean.
I'm just giving options.
That
we run a coffee shop. Can't believe this behavior.
I'm not saying that my friend hasn't thought of beating the guy up.
Okay.
But that isn't always a solution to problems. I feel like sometimes when I'm having a slight everything looks like a nail issues at the moment, when all you have is a hammer. Like, I don't know if I can beat my way up out of this problem.
Has your friend professed how they feel to their crush?
Are you fucking kidding me? Of course not.
Why not?
I mean, communication is important.
Right.
Look what you're doing now. I'm very proud of you, by the way.
You just keep that inside and hope that they eventually realize on their own and, see you for the first time in a magical moment, possibly in the rain.
Are you holding a radio?
I mean, I could be, I guess. I mean, probably not in the rain. Be bad for the radio.
So you, not your friend.
Just maybe my friend were looking, just happened to be looking fucking magical one night. I don't know why I talk to you guys about this.
We're just offering.
My friend hasn't talked to their crush. You don't talk to a crush. You clam up around a crush. That's how crushes work.
No. That is not how the dog food. If you keep things inside, those things fester and then burst out of your chest in a horrible, gory disaster that leaves you in a really bad place. I
can deal with horrible, gory disasters. That's right in my wheelhouse.
Well, I'm talking about maybe a figurative, like social disaster. But I'm saying it's better to talk to people before things get out of hand. And it sounds as if you didn't talk to this person before things got out of hand.
Well, I thought I had time.
I mean, we have a lot of time.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Or, I thought she'd eventually grow up and grow old and die, and then that would solve the problem.
No, that happens.
Get a fucking boyfriend.
I mean, that's...
My friend says.
Again, you don't keep things inside, dog food. It's bad for you. Are there any things you want to tell us right now as we sit here?
Your dressing robe looks stupid.
Jesus.
I mean, I don't care what your opinion is on my clothing, dog food. I appreciate you.
I knew we were getting everything out. We were getting everything out at once. I thought it was good to communicate that.
Thank you.
Openly.
I am wearing my red dressing robe today. It's very fluffy.
Yeah, look like a sort of polar bear that's been in a terrible fight.
That's how I intimidate people.
Yeah, I mean, customers have complained. It's not important. That's not what.
How have customers complained? I wear underwear under it.
Yeah, they complained about the fact that they know that. Yeah.
They're undergarments. They just have no class. It's fine.
I've got to imagine we're talking about like bloomers here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her ankle's showing.
Yeah. Look, scandals aside, I'm trying to say is that this sounds like a problem of your own making for you not communicating your desires to this person. I mean, your friend.
Yeah, my friend has not communicated their desires properly. And
did they act like they were interested in you before they got their boyfriend?
How am I supposed to know that? I'm not a mind reader.
Sorry.
I know
phone just
some of
blew
you
up.
are.
Some of you aren't.
You know, I don't. Maybe I think they maybe think that my friend is younger than they are, and is maybe a little bit patronizing about it.
Well, how old are they?
Well, they were 18 when my friend met them, and now they're like 23, and my friend has stayed the same age.
Okay. But they've known you for the same amount of time. I mean, they don't know.
Yeah, but they just, you know, I look exactly the same.
How much
Still
older does
treat
the
me-
person
they
that
treat me
you have a
like I
crush on look?
They look, you know, 5 years older. That's a
Jesus.
big difference there.
I
And
don't really
help it. You know, I feel like people subconsciously treat me like I'm younger than I am. Like I'm in my mid 40s. I should be diversifying my stock portfolio and thinking about retirement.
Really though. We're vampires.
People
Or kindred. We don't care
expect me
about
to know
that.
what TikTok is. By the way, what's TikTok?
Don't worry about it.
It's the
All
clock on the wall. It does TikTok all the time.
Yeah, that's definitely it. That's probably what the kids are talking about these days.
It must be.
Going back to
just
analog,
feel-
it's so cool.
I feel like I have all of the problems of being very old and all of the problems of being very young at the same time. And it's starting to take a psychological toll on me. And I would like it if we could go and maybe get in a fight.
Well, I
So
do have
you-
some lovely dresses up here that you could, you know, maybe just like elevating your style a little bit would garner you some respect.
What's wrong with my style? This style is timeless. I'm wearing a hoodie and jeans.
I know.
Yeah.
It just looks a bit casual. If you want to get respect, you have to dress like you want respect.
All
You
right.
should do something
Well,
with that hair of yours.
So I want to establish in this. I guess this is before you guys know
Yes.
about Dogfood's hair, right? Yeah.
Right. That's why
Um,
I said it that way, because I
yeah.
don't know that you wake up that way.
I do plenty with my hair, thank you.
Well,
Besides, like
do it in a different shape,
like a kind
then-
of
like groomed. Like,
over one shoulder. I could do,
Well,
maybe a
or
brush.
over
listen,
the other
Or-
shoulder.
no one likes being turned away by a non-scorned and or unknown and or did you even talk to them lover. Why don't we just put you in a dress? I just walk over to I have an armoire,
Mhm.
and I'll just open up the armoire and there's just like 4 or 5 like really really ugly Victorian dresses in there.
That's a hard no.
Why don't you just put what they'll fit you? Just put one on. It'll make you feel better.
I don't think that's gonna make me feel better.
How about we put one on and then we go
make
get in a
me-
fight?
That's gonna make me.
That would be fun.
Oh. Now you've put.
Let's
one
all
of-
put them on
you've
and go
put
get in a
one
fight.
of my interests with one of Elizabeth's interests.
Right.
That's called compromise. We should all learn to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
You hear
What?
like a chuckle from the door, and
Fuck, someone else.
there is Loretta,
Oh.
Oh yeah.
your barista, and she's like, she holds up a half-empty bag of cups, and she's like, "We need to order more cups."
Fine.
All right, order more cups. This is a quart of cups. We should have more. We
Who's
should
in
have
charge of
ample
this?
cups.
There was a whole conversation about how you didn't want to offer to-go cups anymore, and then there was conversation that you did want to offer to-go cups, and then there was conversation about whether or not you should offer lids. So
Well, people these days are so completely like I don't understand what they want. First, they don't want straws, and now they don't want lids, and now
right there with you.
What do they want?
Don't know, but I do know we've got maybe 4 more days of to-go cups
Fine.
Well,
All
we
right.
can't be called the court of cups
with no
and not
cups.
have cups.
Yeah.
That's
Or Ulrika can go on the Google and put in
I'll put an
Google
order in.
for it.
Yeah. I couldn't help overhearing some
smashing. Oh, great!
what
I'm so
you
glad.
said. You could always try to do what I did once, which is you could have your friend try to sabotage one of their crush's dates. And that way they think the person's an asshole and they stop dating them. And that way you're not a bad guy for beating the brakes off of them.
That's actually very funny.
Ulrika.
Yes.
Also, Loretta, never do anything like that to any of us.
Oh, never. Of course not. And she like
Would you-
turns around and walks away.
What's up, dog food?
You look hungry to me.
Do I?
Yeah. And I just had an idea of a favor that I could do you.
What's a favor you can do for me?
I just know somewhere where there's going to be a bad person
Mm-hmm.
that you could seduce. I know bad people are your type.
Okay.
No, drunk people are.
Am I being so embarrassing that Jasmine has just...
No, I dropped my pen.
Gone away. Goodbye.
It's like, oh, we got the
Ninja
storyteller
smoke
to
vanish.
leave. Yeah. Perhaps it would help perhaps it would be useful for you
Okay.
to seduce a particular individual who probably likes whiskey.
I can find that type in a lot of places. So what are you going to do for me?
I will forgive you.
For what?
An act that is yet to be established.
Excuse
You've got
me.
one. You'll have one in the tank.
I get a forgiveness? I don't understand.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
got like a get out of getting your ass kicked
Why
by
do
dog
I-
food card.
I don't think you can kick my ass, but okay.
I
What?
mean, I definitely could, but that's
You didn't
just,
the other times you tried.
that's just science. Those haven't happened yet.
I know, but
In the
I'm
past.
out of character. You didn't.
What if we, maybe did what Loretta suggested? Because here's the thing. I got a message from my friend
Mm-hmm.
saying that they were on a
Oh.
date tonight. And we are creatures of the night.
The night.
Perhaps you could, in a way, I'm just helping you get like vampire laid. So no one's
You know
doing
what?
anyone a favor.
I'm bored anyway, but I'm
Hi,
holding
bored
you
anyway,
to your
I'm dead.
promise. Huh?
I bored anyway. I'm dad.
Yeah. But remember you owe me, so.
All right. So
Where are they?
I had gotten a text from Allison saying that she was out at the whiskey bar
Okay.
in Bhullar. I can't remember the name of the whiskey bar, or even if there is one. But if there is not, we can invent one out of whole cloth because
Poof.
this is all woven into a tapestry of imagination.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
That was why she couldn't come and go out for a midnight dog park visit with me
Yeah.
and my many hounds.
That's also how you that's also how you discovered that she had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fucked.
Rude.
5 years I've been fucking hanging around.
But
And
you
then
never
some guy-
spoke to her.
That's not how I do things.
What
That's
if
not
she-
my game?
What if she was sitting there thinking the same thing?
Exactly. What if she was thinking, oh, I must pine over dog food. Oh, my love. Oh, like all those Victorian novels.
I love the way trash settled in her hair.
To
Well, you
each
could've-
his
Like she
own.
always smells like dog.
Well,
Some people
that
like
was a choice.
I don't want you to kill this guy yet. I can handle that myself should it come to that. But maybe
Don't shoot for a moment. Just hear me
I
out.
think it would be
What? I mean, wouldn't this upset your friend if they care about this fellow?
wouldn't it be great if she realized that this man, and by extension all men, are disgusting pigs?
I don't think
that-
that's how that works.
That's an important life lesson.
Okay, I have a stipulation. If I go through this trouble for you, you have to at least broach the subject with this person. Because if not, she's just going to go to someone else again. And I'm not going to keep seducing people for you.
In a way, it's you seducing people for you.
I can go seduce whatever target I want. I don't need to do this one.
All right. Well, sure. I will talk to her about. I will broach a subject with her.
The subject, not a subject. I don't want you to fucking talk about dogs or shopping or whatever.
Yeah, I talk about shopping all the time.
I don't fucking know what you talk about. I'm just saying. Fuck.
The dog stuff. We mostly talk about dogs.
Okay. Well.
All right. That's.
And don't use the fucking. Well, my friend has a crush on you, meaning yourself, because it's dumb.
Fuck. That was what I was gonna do. I could write a note.
If you're in your 40s, you need to act like it.
What do you want me to start getting really into Bruce Springsteen?
No. I want you be an adult about it. Talk to them like they are an adult and you are an adult and profess your feelings or
No, dog food just hits people. There's no feelings. It's just punching.
There's feelings for them. There's the feeling of being hit.
And that's not healthy.
In a way, I'm very in tune with
Anyway, let's go do this.
All right, let's do it. Anything to get me out of this conversation.
So Dogfood knows that the name of the bar is the Tourniquet. And it's like one of those lawyer bars that's near, the courthouse. But this is a tiny little bar that's near Swedish Ballard. So it's right next to the hospital. And, a lot of medical professionals go there. And you know that this is where Allison is intending to hang out and meet with her boyfriend. Do we have a name for him or do I need to make one up?
You can make one up.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to bring Bubble with me because that way we've got, something to talk about. And because I bring Bubble with me everywhere.
Okay.
Because I miss Bubba.
What if her boyfriend was Mr. McTavish? I'm just joking.
It was him all along.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I'm going to bring Bubble with me. I'm going to, run a comb through my hair.
Wear something other than that hoodie.
Like one of my other hoodies?
No.
Like what?
Not a hoodie.
I mostly own hoodies. The last guy I killed owned a lot of hoodies.
There's
I grabbed
dresses upstairs.
I grabbed Dogfood's arm and I just shoved her in my closet.
So
and
I don't want
shut
to.
up.
And Dogfood
Shut
backs
up.
on the closet door. I don't want to look like some crazy goth clown.
I don't dress like a crazy goth clown. I just dress in black clothing. Anyway.
All right. So
I'm now imagining like a juggalo.
Well, I know, right? Yeah. Like that's no. Anyway,
Dogfood comes out in full juggalo face paint makeup.
Yeah, with some fango.
Elizabeth is like, I learned from a coffee shop goer to say whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
No, go back in. That's no good.
You are good at disguises.
All right,
Something you could do.
Let's
so I just throw some clothes at you, like a pair of black leggings and asymmetrical black shirt thing.
Okay, I'm gonna put that on.
Right.
And sort of come out looking.
What are your shoes? What shoes are you wearing?
Oh, and now I've got to wear shoes?
Yes.
All right. I'll wear these Doc Martens that I wear on shoe occasions.
Okay, that's okay.
Doc Martens work, right? People like
Yeah.
Doc Martens.
Yes, they're very goth.
Today's episode is sponsored by Doc Martens, by the way.
I mean, that'd be sick.
That'd be cool.
I'll take a pair of Doc Martens.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I wear mine like tennis shoes.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna try and can I use my disguise to just gussy myself up a little bit?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. So what's my rollsies?
Let's do your resolve and then your stealth with your disguise bonus.
Okay, so that's a good amount of dice. I don't hate that. Unless there's to me, this is a wonderful sound of my dice tower. But it has brought me no victories.
Oh.
I have one success.
Oh my god.
But I think that's funnier in a way.
Yeah.
You put lipstick like on the outside of your lips, like.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you kind of overshoot your mark a little bit. Is
Uh-huh.
kind of what happens. You get into Ulrika's eyeliner.
Uh-oh.
And you think to yourself, this is a good idea. And
Uh-oh.
as you like apply coal into your waterline and step out of the closet, and the clothes look great, Ulrika, but raccoon eyes to the nth degree.
Uh-oh.
What?
But
How
dog
do
food thinks they look perfect.
Oh, yeah.
So a nice
Pretty-
smoky eye in their mind.
You guys didn't know I could do a smoky eye, did you?
Can you?
Yeah, I have hidden depths. I can. Yeah, I clean up pretty good when I want to.
You really have to put it in the bottom corner. Down
my
here.
eye?
You got. She's like gesturing.
Listen, Elizabeth. Since you were alive, things have changed a lot in terms of makeup fashions. This is very in.
Is there a way I could just like quickly fix it without like without dog food being able to even know, like not know what happened, but just like no protest. There's no protesting that can happen. It's just like I do it and then.
Why don't you give me a roll for wits and then, oh gosh, let's see. We'll do subterfuge.
And I'm one hungry.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2 successes.
Okay. So yeah, you nailed this pretty well. Actually, let's see. Dog food, why don't you roll your wits and your awareness, which you have no
Wits and
dots in.
awareness. So 3.
So just your wits.
2 successes.
Okay, so you beat that with a 3. So yeah, you very quickly like kind of move forward and you're like, oh, you got a little schmutz right here, a little bit of fallout. And you just very quickly and very deftly remove a lot of the extra eyeshadow.
Mhm.
It no longer looks like dog food's been in a Britney Spears video.
Oh my
The
God.
raccoon eye doesn't extend all the way out. Now it's just on her lid, which is
Okay.
more what you're wanting.
All
You do
right.
it
Okay.
really quickly. When Ulrika steps
much
away,
schmutz was
her
there?
fingers
Jesus.
her fingers are like black from like
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was just like some fallout.
Do I have to do my makeup again? Did you fuck me up?
No, you're
No,
good. You're good.
it looks. I mean, I'm not allowed to speak on it, I suppose, because I'm from the old days or whatever you say. But I think it seems to look nice.
All right.
Now I'm going to go put on one of my fancy dresses because I feel like feeling fresh. I learned that from one of the coffee shop goers who taught me what TikTok was, and I go upstairs.
So what is TikTok? I'm just gonna have to ask Elizabeth if you don't tell me.
It's this app that the kids do like videos and
Oh, it's
Like-
YouTube.
well, it's like 15 I think they're 15 seconds. Don't download it. It spies on you.
Well, you would know, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't think it works on your flip
that's
phone anyway.
Good way of making conversation, you know?
What, TikTok?
Yeah,
Don't bring up TikTok.
Okay, I know what to bring up and what not to bring up. I know a lot of things.
I've
I'm an
seen you try to
information broker.
seduce people.
No, you haven't. You haven't seen me try. You've seen me.
No, you went hunting with me that one time and I witnessed it.
You're so proud of your seducing that I wanted you to do most of the work. Besides which, I was feeling tired that day.
I
and
hear
was on the
arguing.
top of my game. We're not arguing.
We're making small talk.
We're making
All right.
small talk.
Good. I'll come downstairs and have on a nice like green.
Do you need us to send 4 servants up to strap you into your dress?
That'd be lovely, but we don't do that anymore. So I'll come downstairs in my green dress. I mean, it's a nice. It could be modern, or it could just be this person's like like a really eccentric artist.
Okay.
So
Very
it
nice.
looks like it's not necessarily an actual Victorian like dress, but it's like inspired by.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and she has her hair up. She's just like, all right, I'm ready to go. I have my clutch
Purse
that has
first.
my things in it.
You gather in, the front cafe area. Elizabeth joins you all, and you start walking down the sidewalk to the Tourniquet, which is, you notice, it's a very kind of strange name for any type of a bar.
Yeah.
You make your way there. It's a quiet night tonight, but there's still a lot of cars parked out front. You're glad you didn't drive. And as you pull in, this is a no frills dive bar.
Oh man,
There's a couple of shuffleboard tables. But it's also leather upholstered. So you actually fit in a little bit more than you would think, Elizabeth, because like I said, this is a bar for professionals. Majority of the people who come here work at the hospital. However, there are people that are also in their scrubs in there, and other people who are just coming to mingle with other like-minded individuals. There's some space at the bar, and Dogfood, you don't even have to roll to see her. You just see her in a corner booth in the back, not far from the bathrooms. Allison is sitting in a booth facing you. And on the other side of the booth, you just see dark hair facing back. And she's laughing.
So the idea here is for me to seduce him and her catch him doing something. Is that what we're trying to do here?
I think I left something.
I think so.
I think I left something back at the shop. I've got to.
No, we're here.
I'm gonna like vice grip Dogfood's shoulder. No, you are going to communicate with this person, and also, you didn't tell us that her boyfriend was maybe a doctor. I mean, you're going to have to provide for her. How are you going to do that? Well, he's a doctor. You also have to say that you have a job.
I do have a job. I'm a small business owner.
See? You're already communicating.
Businesses. Yeah.
Look at you communicating. I'm proud of you.
Well, look at him over there. Drinking whiskey like he fucking owns the place.
Can I see if he's actually like, can I like suss out this person to see like if Dogfood's just angry because Dogfood's jealous, or if they seem just like a nice normal ass person?
Yeah. Let's see. Give me it's probably gonna be do you have any dots in insight?
I think I do actually. I do, I have one.
Okay, so do intelligence, or actually let's do charisma and insight.
Okay. All right. How hungry am I right now?
1.
I'm at 1. Okay.
Hungry.
1 hungry. 2 successes.
So from what you can tell, he seems pretty normal. Like there's nothing off about his appearance or off about his demeanor.
Okay.
And she seems to be having a good time. They're talking very comfortably, and you get the impression this isn't a first date.
Oh no.
I knew that from Dogfood's poor communication choices. I would say Dogfood, if we're going to pull this off, we don't want to make the person who you have eyes for upset.
She doesn't have to pull him off. Just some kissing is fine.
Jesus.
We don't use that language in here, all right? I've said this before. That's
Sorry,
not allowed.
I misunderstood. I didn't.
There's none of that. I'm going to go get a drink so that we look like we are alive.
All right.
And you two start a plan, and I'll walk off to the bar to get drinks for everyone.
Okay. So here's the plan.
So yeah.
You go up and you seduce him, like say something seductive, like, hey there, Big Papa.
Let me pull you off. Just that.
It's time for the big fuck rodeo. Something like that. Something sensual and erotic. And he will.
Do we know his name?
I don't know. It's a human name, Steve Chadwick.
I'm trying to formulate a plan to perhaps make it look like we've had real, contact before this. If we knew his name, that could happen.
Do you ever know their name?
Elizabeth, let's go.
We're like, nope, I know. We're here for the long haul.
I'm not doing it until you apologize. And this is not the favor apology.
I'm sorry.
You still owe me.
I am sorry that I brought up a subject that is obviously tender.
It's not tender. It's not true.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I implied you were of loose moral fiber. I apologize deeply, and Dogfood curtsies.
All right. Anyway, if we don't know his name, that won't work. So, okay. So you want like
Just
what do you what are you expecting to happen? Me to just like mount him in the booth? Like, what are you thinking is going to happen here? Like,
I can't come up with the whole plan. I came up with the part where you seduce him and then I beat him up. That's the next part of the plan.
okay, so how about we wait? Oh,
as you're having this conversation, you hear from at the bar, the bartender speaking with Elizabeth and saying, "Ma'am, I've never heard of that drink. A what? I'm trying to find it on my phone.
Oh no.
Also, we don't make our own bitters in house. They come in a bottle from a Bevmo.
You mean you've never heard of a gin Ricky?
Made me laugh.
You haven't
a gin Ricky?
A gin Ricky or Jack Rose? A Pisco Punch?
I am so sorry. I have not heard of any.
It's fine. It's fine. Just what about? There has to be something. What about an old fashioned?
Oh, I know. He like lights up. I know old fashions. Yeah. I can make a great old fashioned.
Yes,
I am so sorry. I swear I've been to bartending school. And he quickly sets about fixing you 3 old fashions, and
I'll never get another good Pisco Punch.
Yeah, placing them on the bar for you. And he goes, Pisco Punch. Yeah, I'll do some research on that. And you know what? Next time you come in, I'll be sure to make sure I've got that for you.
That's excellent. Are you an artist?
Well, I dabble a little bit.
Yes, I'll be back in.
Of course, I would love that.
What's your name, son?
Stuart.
Stuart, yes. Excellent to meet you. I'm Elizabeth Wonder.
It's great to meet you too, Miss Wonder. And he like reaches out his hand to shake yours.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand. Say yes.
Very cold hands. Guess you get working on that old fashioned.
Yes, exactly. It's just chilly in here.
Yeah, it is. We had the gentleman over there complain. Apparently they're right underneath the vent, and I've been trying to like figure out how to turn it down. But then when I do, it gets hot as balls in here. It's terrible.
Oh, that handsome couple over there. Is that who you're talking
about?
Yeah,
really good looking people. Yeah, Allison and Jason. They're good people. Come in here all the time.
Is Jason a doctor? I thought I saw him at the hospital once.
He is a veterinary surgeon, I think. Yeah. He's a great guy though. Most of the people in here, Bradley over there is a phlebotomist. We got an orthopedic surgeon over here. Marissa here is an orthodontal surgeon.
An artist in her own right.
I mean, fixing up busted teeth. I'm grateful. You should have seen me before braces. Am I right?
Yes, I was blessed, but otherwise, yes, there were many I've seen with very bad teeth in my time. But anyway, thank you so much. Here's your money. I put it
cash. Okay.
Yeah, keep the change.
Thank you. Very generous.
And I will see you again.
Yeah, of course. If you need anything, let me know. I'll be here until about 12, till about midnight.
Excellent. And I leave the Court of Cups card under the money.
Oh, okay.
It was Jason, right? Jason. Right? Jason. And I walk back up to everyone. I go, hello. So I spoke with the young bartender. I also gave him a large tip and one of our cards. He'll be good for blattes later. Anyway, the man's name is Jason, and he is a veterinary surgeon.
Prick.
Jesus.
I know you're angry, Dogfood, but to help Ulrika, we need to have some information on this. Ulrika could be a distraught pet owner.
No, that's not the angle I'm going for.
Cutting up animals all day.
All right. Jason.
To save dogs.
I'm just saying in a different...
Dogfood, he literally saves dogs' lives.
Change that context a little bit, and he's a psychopath. That's all I'm saying.
All
How
right.
many people have you murdered in the park? I'm just saying.
God damn.
Wow. Wow. We're
He's
just going right
saving
to the people
dogs.
I've murdered in the park. Okay.
I know how many I have
Are
accidentally.
we gonna do this? Because
We've all
Alright,
accidentally murdered people. Let's just get this over with.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
And
look.
Dogfood's gonna grab her old fashioned. She's gonna look over it like this and just stare it intently.
okay, this is how
Well,
it's gonna go
actually,
down.
Are you
Skip my
making?
old
Are you like
fashioned.
staring at them?
Don't.
I think I'm being very subtle, but I think I'm mad dogging Jason.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. She sees you.
Oh,
You can
Oh.
feel the icy glare from across the room, and you notice she's like talking, and then her eyes shift from his face to over his shoulder, and she's like looks surprised.
I gotta go. I left something in the shop.
nope.
She
Shoulder
fucked it up.
grab again.
Now what?
What? Well, go and seduce him.
I missed my window because now she saw you.
Do I
She's
have to be
still
the-
like looking at you while talking to him, and like her eyes are like looking at him, and then kind of looking at you, like kind of confused, not angry, just like confused.
I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna turn away with my drink.
Good. That's good.
Stare it even more intently.
Here, come into the folds of my dress. You can hide under here.
Yes.
We used to do that all the time.
Yeah. So I just try and make myself small.
Did she see me talking to him, Dogfood?
A little bit. You, since you're still looking like you're very casual about it though. You're like kind of side eyeing them a little bit. You notice her excuse herself, and she says to Jason, you can see like her lips moving, and she says like, just a second. And you see her making a beeline for Dogfood.
She's coming.
Dogfood says,
Well, now you get to talk to her. I'm gonna go make out with her stupid boyfriend.
"All right, have fun. Have a lot of fun. Like have."
This
I'm
isn't
sure that
fun.
he
I
also
can't
has
eat
fun.
him. Maybe later, but I can't do that here. Really, I mean,
You know, just
I could,
you
I guess.
Okay, ensure that he has fun. Whatever it is you do, people seem to like it. So
I swear to God.
have at it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, as you like
I turn on
storm off-
awe.
Yeah, and turn on awe. Allison finally makes her way towards you, and she kind of like waves at you awkwardly, Elizabeth, since Dogfood's trying very actively to hide behind you, and she's like, "Hey, is Bubba okay? Like you're here and you have Bubba, so I just want to make sure everything's like, are you all right?"
Bubba's fine. Bubba's comes with me everywhere.
Okay, can you like
how
look
are
at me
you? Are
maybe
you- yeah. Hi.
instead of
I
okay?
didn't.
What's this? And she takes the drink out of your hand, and she's like, "Okay,
old fashioned?
so why are like are you everything's okay?"
Yeah, everything's fine. I just came out with my aunt.
Am I standing right now just watching this?
Yeah, he's like, or she is actually actively trying to like burrow herself into your dress. Since you said hide in the folds of my
Oh.
skirt, like kind of behind you, like a little
Mm-hmm.
sheepishly, and now like
Yes.
looking at Allison a little bit, but still half obscured by your body.
Yeah,
Hi.
I'll reach
Are
my
you wearing
hand up.
makeup?
It's very
It's an
subtle,
interesting look.
but
Very nice.
yeah, it's I can wear makeup. That's fine. That's a normal thing. People do.
Hello, Allison.
that.
I'm Elizabeth Wonder. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And she reaches out and like shakes your hand.
My good friend here.
I didn't know
husband
I had an aunt.
Yes. It's a very recent aunthood. I feel like my good friend here needs to have a chat with you, maybe alone. She's a little shy.
She like glances back over her shoulder and she's like, unless this is an emergency, this isn't really the greatest time.
I would say it's an emergency.
It's not an emergency. It's fine. You go back and talk to
Okay.
Jason. It's fine.
I would
All
say
right.
it's definitely.
Bubba's
and I'm-
okay. Everything.
Bubba's fine. Bubba's a good girl. She's the second half of my soul.
And she like scratches her on the head a little bit and underneath the jowls, and she's like, "All right." She's like, "Okay."
We just happen to be in the same place. This is going to happen sometimes. It's a small town. It's fine.
It seems like a strange coincidence, but
I own a
as long
coffee
as everything's
shop just
alright.
up the road.
Can I?
oh, you own a coffee shop up the road.
Yeah, I can own a coffee shop.
You
Yes. She
Well, I
doesn't
don't
know
look
this
like I
person
could
is
own-
dog food. I literally can't call you dog food in front of this person. So what am I like?
NA.
NA. She calls me NA.
NA. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yes. Well, NA and I, we're co-owners of the Court of Cups up the street. It's a wonderful little bistro. If you ever want to come by.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice. That might be fun.
We couldn't run the place without NA. Really.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
I'm the head of security.
I would
And-
like to
and the
forget for a mind this Allison girl that she ever saw Ulrika.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's freaking do it.
Ooh, nice.
I thought we were just going to
gone.
redo that conversation.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah.
No, the conversation stopped. Just like that she ever saw Ulrika.
Let's see. That is, I believe, dominate. Okay. So it's going to be your manipulation and dominate
Yeah.
versus her intelligence and resolve.
I have a lot in these.
Nice.
Unfortunately, she's a veterinarian, so her intelligence.
that is a hard job. That is a hard job. But
Yeah, you have to know all
But
these.
her
different types
resolve
of
isn't that
animals.
great, so we'll see how that goes.
She's just a human.
But I am
Yeah.
creepy, so.
Wait, that's not the right one.
And when he sees you like starting to look like you're going to put the whammy on, she just goes, "Please delete this conversation, please."
So I got a 4.
Okay, I rolled 3 successes, but I'm going to use my willpower
Okay, to push the.
roll. Yeah, to roll 2 more. I can
Gotta
do 2,
get
right?
ready.
Yeah, you could. I think you could do up to 3 as long as it's not a blood die. You can't reroll blood die
Okay.
or hunger die.
All right, so
sorry.
that's 4 successes.
Perfect.
And I
So-
did 3.
You tie, but since you're the active vampire, the tie goes to you.
Okay. So I more or less like have her forget that she ever saw Ulrika.
Mhm. Perfect.
And the conversation is still happening. I can't help who dog food is.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
fix that.
You can't stop
is-
that.
I can't stop dog food's
Can-
like
Can you make
But-
me forget it?
no.
Oh,
You
I'm
need
like, I'm like holding her gaze and having this conversation with dog food. I cannot make her forget that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you do make her forget that she ever saw Ulrika.
Yes.
In the meantime, Ulrika, how do you approach Jason?
Hold on, I had a whole plan until fucking dog food mad mugged the dude. Anyway,
She was literally like,
I know.
like that was it.
I know.
No way nobody
Like
would notice.
this.
Like,
So I'll just keep going with the plan, except she won't be in the booth. So I'm just gonna walk up. Oz on. I'm gonna walk up, and pretend to know him. So I'm gonna be like, "Oh, Jason, how are you doing?"
he looks at you and you've never met before, so he has like a moment where you know his name and everything, and he's like, "Hi,
I came to your practice.
you're one of my clients.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
perfect. I'm so sorry, I forgot your name.
Ulrika.
Ulrika.
Mhm.
Which animal was yours?
Oh, his name was Pete. Remember it?
Pete.
You might not have been.
Was that the
doctor.
hedgehog?
No, but you might not
No.
have been. I had a cat, but
Cat.
you might not have been the surgeon who did the.
Oh,
actual procedure. I just
oh.
remember I noticed you there.
Okay, as you say this, roll your charisma and your seduction.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is flirting.
Yeah. And seduction. Where is it? Why can't I
So
find my
everyone knows that
seduction?
gin Ricky is just a gin and tonic with lime juice.
I wanted to.
Actually,
persuasion.
these are real. They're from the
I wanted
1800s.
to
Yeah.
know if they were.
I know I kind of put you
Yeah.
on the spot, but you like nailed it, and it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
They're real. And I'm like, oh, I want to
So
make
since
these.
I have awe on, I
Right?
get to add 5 dice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You got enough dice?
No. Yes, I do.
That's gonna be a lot of dice,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hear this thunking as the table crashes underneath the
right?
weight. So many D's.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So
5.
yeah, so you just get to add your presence to
12,
your
13.
social skills. So, and I believe your presence is, let's
It's
see,
13. 5.
or yeah, it's 5 dots. So yeah, you get to add all 5.
13 dice. One,
Watch this roll go completely to
two.
shit now.
I have a crit, a regular crit,
Okay.
and I have another regular crit. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes and 2 crits.
Okay, so
So-
8 successes.
Yeah.
You notice his gaze kind of like changes a little bit, and he almost becomes awkward and blushes a little, and he's like, you were a client of someone else at the practice.
Yes.
Oh, I don't really know he could have noticed about me.
Well, you have a very nice jawline. And I
Oh.
like sit down, I like slide in beside him and like do that, like, jawline.
Yeah. You can almost see the sweat visibly form on his forehead. This isn't like a prank or something, right?
There are no jokes with me.
Oh, this just seems so.
So what are you doing? Why are you here?
And then you see his gaze kind of come back to him a little bit, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm actually here on a date. I've been seeing someone for a few weeks now, and yeah,
Oh,
a veterinarian. We've consulted with each other a few times on some difficult cases, and yeah, we just felt like there was something there."
that's quite unfortunate. And then she kind of like slides a little closer.
He doesn't encourage you, but he also doesn't pull away. Like he just
Mhm.
is so horrifically like awkward, and you're so smooth. And he's like, would you like to play darts? Maybe a game of darts? I'm really good at cricket.
Oh, cricket's a dart game.
Would you like a chicken wing? he refers to his like.
Just imagining like he was like,
And then so Ulrika like just grabs his gaze and just says, "Oh, I'm not hungry for that."
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And kind of pushes his hand down, like when he grabbed the chicken wing, kind of just pushes the hand and just like holds his gaze the whole time.
Yeah. You're very pretty.
I know. And then I just kiss him.
Okay. So you lean
Dog
forward,
was
you
just-
kiss him. He's stunned.
Mm-hmm.
So he almost doesn't even kiss you back, but you are kissing him, if that makes sense,
Yes.
And his eyes are open. He's just like, is this really happening? And it's at this moment that Allison turns around as she's about to leave Elizabeth and Dogfood, and she sees him. And that is where we're going to end this
my
episode
God.
to take our break.
I'm like also clutching my pearls.
Oh,